Alright guys, so welcome to the Codechef lunchtime second problem, and this problem is called increasing decreasing problem. So how are we going to solve this problem? So let's see. Okay, so the given problem states that we are given an array of integers and we need to find a index p, which means on the left side of p it will be increasing sequence, and on the right side of the p it will be decreasing sequence. Okay, so let's start from the test case. Okay, so given test case is 1 3 2 4, and we want to find the a permutation of 1 2 1 3 2 4 such that there will be a point through which the left side will be an increasing and right side will be a decreasing. So as you can see, we get to the permutation of 1 2 3 4, and here we will find a p at this point, which is 4, and as you can see the left side of p is 1 2 3, which is an increasing sequence, and from here on there will be a decreasing sequence which consists of only single element. Now let's see 1 3 2 4. Here also there will be a point of 4 which will be having an increasing sequence, and after point p all the elements are decreasing, so it is a decreasing sequence. Now here, as you can see, there is 110 and this many integers. Now as you can notice that we are having a 3 tens. So anyhow, if we store the 20 at the middle and 15 at the right or left, there will be 2 tens on both the side, so which will not form an increasing or decreasing sequence. So therefore the answer is printed as no. Okay, so let's go to the next test case. 1 1 2 2 3. Okay, so how are we going to solve this? Is 3 will be at the middle point, and 2 will be, both 2's will be on the right and the left side, and both 1's will be on the right and the left side. Okay, so the one thing which you should notice that means you should be careful about is that these are all the permutation of the array of integers. Okay, so that was just a single point. Okay, so how are we going to solve this problem? Now the approach to the given problem is that we first need to count how many integers every integer is having. Like 10 comes at 3 times. So the two things here we need to is, first is hashing, that I will just put h. Okay, so first is hashing. That means we need to get an array where we will store every element occurring times. Like as you can see here, 10 has occurred 3 times, so we will not go with this test case because it is it's an answer. The answer is given as no. So let's go with 1 1 2 2 and 3 3. Okay, so we have 1 2 and 3. Okay, so this is not anything. Okay, so 3 is appearing 1 time, 2 is appearing 2 times, 1 is appearing 2 times. Now how are we going to solve this problem? So after defining the hash set, what we are going to do is we will get to a data structure called as dq. Okay, so dq is kind of like a data structure where you can push and you can pop from both front and back. Okay, and how are we going to how this will help in our current problem is, let's say we store every hash set every hash set, and we start from the rightmost index. Okay, so let's see 3. Now 3 is the largest element, correct? So what we will do is we will form a dq where we will push into the front 3. Now next time what we get is 2. Okay, so now 2, how many times 2 has occurred? 2 has occurred 2 times, right? So what we will do is we will push 2 first into the front and push another 2 into the back. Okay, so 2 has been we have formed a sequence of 2. Next we come to the 1. Alright, so 1 is also 2 times. So what we will do is we will push 1 to the front and push 2 to the end, and as you can see, voila, we end up to the increasing decreasing sequence. 1 2 3 3 2 1, increasing decreasing sequence. So I could have solved this way too earlier, but means I was making so much mistakes in the code, so I ended up being a bad rank into the bad rank. So how are we going to solve this problem? Let's see. We start with a vector. Okay, so we take the input, we find the max element, that is in the previous example we were having 3. We store the hash set according to the max element, because we need the maximum as 3. So we will say I'm having an array of 3 of 3 sides, so which will store the elements, means every occurrence of the element. Now so it is storing a size of 3, 4, because 0 base indexing is there, so I will have a size of 4. Next we store the final outputs vector. After that we have a dq, so dq I have defined it as qt, and we start with a flag. Okay, so how this problem will proceed is we will start from the last case, which is 3. So after starting after starting from 3, we will check if it is equals to 1. That means we just need to push it at the front or at the back, and if it is not equals to 1, then we need to we need to push both the elements, means or even wise, like we don't want to push this 2 in the same position, like we don't want to be here and then again to another here and again to another here. We want our first 2 to be here, second 2 to be on the right side, third 2 to be on the left side, fourth 2 to be on the right side. So we want alternate positions where 2 will locate. So what we do is we start from q is 2, so dp of I is greater than 2, and until it is greater than greater than 0, we check if the if the occurrence is even number. Means these conditions are just because to print on the both of the side. You can use here flag too, but I thought that if the occurrence is even, then we can avoid another usage of variable. So what we'll do is, if it is an even number, we'll push the number onto the back, and if it is an odd number, we will push it onto the front. So right now, if we check our queue, how this queue will perform is, we first have 3, then after that, because it's just a single occurrence, so we will push its dp of I is equal to 1. So as flag is 0, we will push I to be at the front, we make our flag to be 1. After that we come to 2, as 2 is greater than 1, so first 2 will be pushed onto the back, so it becomes 2. After that 2 will be pushed at 1, at the front. So now it becomes like this. Now what we will do is, we will go for our next element. And what's the next element? It's 1. So 1 is occurring also 2 times, so same solution applies here too, approach applies here too. We will push 1 at the back, then we will push 1 at the front. So, and that's it, we got our final array. This was it was a pretty easy problem, but I really sucks so much. I made so much errors. I was debugging for whole half an hour. It was suckiest thing I have done. Okay, so finals of I, what's here, yeah. So now what we want is, we don't want to print the q. Yeah, I could have printed the q too, that would have saved my time also, but what I did is, I pushed first q into the finals array, that is output array. Then I checked, oh yeah, I need to put my q into the array first, because I need to check if it is if there is a point where it will be an increasing decreasing sequence. So I found the index where the maximum is located, and I will check if the if my previous is increasing up to the max. If at any point if it is decreasing, I will flag that point as 1, I will break out of the loop, and at last if flag is 1, I will print as no. And similar procedure follows that is, after the maximum index we check that the current value should be greater than equals to the next value. Okay, so this was this question, and after that I printed yes and just printed the finals value. Okay, so this was the question, and it was a good question for me. It was so yeah. Okay, so make sure like, share and subscribe guys. I will be uploading more videos. Cheers.